In a few weeks, I'll have the opportunity to present on a panel on behalf of the National Employment Lawyers Association about one question. How is Islamophobia in the workplace changing in 2026? So I've begun to do my deep dive research, not just as an employment lawyer who files Islamophobia related cases as a private sector lawyer not tied to an org, but also because this topic is rapidly evolving. One distinction that you can immediately tell in looking at the filings is that before October 7th, 2023, most of the filings related to things like beards, hijabs, breaks to pray, Ramadan accommodations, the standard things that most religious practitioners in other faiths might need to present to their employee. After October 7th, however, the dynamic in the pleadings has taken a dramatic shift. Now companies are policing the voices of Muslim employees on topics like what is taking place in Palestine or the genocide in Gaza. Greater Levant, for example, comments about people in Lebanon, in Egypt, those employees are also being affected. But what we are seeing is that this policing is now rearing its head in a new legal way. The question is this: why is it that a Muslim employee cannot have a sincerely held religious belief regarding the situation in Gaza, but those same cohort of employees at the same company can have as many opinions as they want about the war in Ukraine, Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, and other causes that matter to those individuals? And the distinction that we have seen is the friction between the stated policies of the company to be accepting and open-minded and allowing others to engage in discourse, and the actual realities that this specific group, Muslim Americans, are being individually targeted in their workplaces, both because of their identity and because of the nature of what the company is saying the employee violated. Generally, it's a newfound social media policy that somehow equates people using their free speech rights and discussing their own identity as somehow a harmful thing to the company or to the business. A recent case filed in Texas was Majeed versus Meta. It was filed in 2025, and effectively in that case, the plaintiff pled exactly what I just described. This person, identified as Muslim, was speaking about Palestine and Gaza and was summarily terminated for violating policies that others seemed to not violate and discussing topics other than Palestine and Gaza, but topics nonetheless. That case is now in arbitration where it will probably be resolved, as is the case with most of these big tech companies. But your eyes should be glued to the individual enforcement, and we're going to tackle this issue in the next video and the next case that we present. Please follow to stay along for more updates on our run-up to the June NELA conference.